What you do the day before an upcoming exam will have a significant impact on how prepared you feel for that exam and how you perform in that exam. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys what I'd recommend doing the day before a GCSE exam or an A-level exam to give you guys an illustration of the type of things I was doing that helped me get all nines and A in my A-levels. Get used to me saying that I got all nines this exam season. I apologise in advance. I'm not trying to show off, but usually I find it helps if I show you that I've been there and I've done that. Anyway, this video was a suggestion for my subscribers, so make sure to subscribe and keep commenting what videos you want to see, and I'll absolutely try my hardest to make them. So let's assume, for the purpose of this video, that you are in exam season and you have just sat an exam. Okay, so you've sat an exam and we're thinking about the next exam, which is tomorrow morning. So the first thing you want to do then is you will come out of that exam and likely you'll talk to your friends, how it went and all of that. My advice is not to get too fixated on how you did in that exam. And I know that's kind of hard. And to be brutally honest, like I spent quite a lot of time like trying to like work out what I got and all of that stuff. That's okay, right? I would give yourself kind of like an hour maybe of like, you know, thinking about that exam after the exam, like on your way back home or if you're in school or whatever, that type of thing. But then eventually you do have to start turning your mind away from that exam and towards either the exam tomorrow or just revision in general. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, you also want to relax after an exam. So there were quite a few times during my GCSE exam season where after an exam, I'd go home with my friend and would like play on my Xbox or something after that exam, just to like kind of I was going to say de-wind, but that's not even a word, just to like relax basically after the exam. So that's really important, a really important thing to do. Now, once you've got the relaxation over and the reflection on the previous exam over, like I said, you need to now think about the upcoming exam. So I would first do, and I think this is very important, I would first do between 30 and 60 minutes of revision more generally. So not necessarily for that exam tomorrow. If you have 2 exams tomorrow, then fair enough, you definitely need to focus on both of them. But if you have 1 exam tomorrow, and it does depend what the exam is and all of that, then what you don't want to do is just completely neglect everything coming up in the future. If you do this just means that you're completely playing catch up the whole of exam season. It's just like, oh, I've got this exam tomorrow, I need to revise it now, and so on and so forth. Now, that's why I'd recommend even just 30 minutes of just something looking a little bit longer is going to be really helpful. So the example that I give for that is English Literature Paper 2 comes like a week after English Literature Paper 1 for GCSEs. If every single day, like in exam season, if you did English Literature Paper 1, you revised for that, right? And then you had exams coming up, you might get really surprised when Literature Paper 2 is suddenly there. So what you need to do then is look a little bit longer, know your timetable really well, and think, okay, I'm just going to do 10 minutes a day throughout exam season of that Literature Paper 2, just to make sure I'm really fresh for that exam. So that's something to think about, and that's what I'd recommend doing. But then you obviously need to turn your attention to the exam tomorrow. And I know that there are often times where you'll just revise that exam tomorrow. That's completely fair enough. What I'm saying is don't neglect your weak subjects in the midst of exam season. So when we're thinking about that exam that you have tomorrow, the first thing I would usually do is I'd try and like have an overview, a summary of that exam. I find this really important because basically what we want to do once you've done your other revision, you've come out of your exam, you've relaxed, is now it's time to completely tune your mind and make sure you are perfectly ready for that exam tomorrow. And obviously there's no such thing as perfectly ready, but as perfect as you can be, in fairness, okay? So what you want to be doing, first of all, like I said, is have an overview of that subject and that paper. That's what I'd always do. So I'd look through the paper, I would look through maybe the specification or, you know, just have an overview. You could even ask AI, like give me an overview of Maths Paper 1 or an overview of Macbeth in Shakespeare or something like that. Just try and like recap it. What this is doing is getting you in the zone for revision, it's giving you some light revision, and it's just starting to get you thinking about that exam. Once I've done that, I then would usually do lots of questions, okay? So realistically, for most subjects, the bulk of what I was doing the day before was lots and lots of questions. So for example, science, I did loads and loads of science questions. You can do this, you can either print them out and mark them, or nowadays there's lots and lots online, there's lots of AI things that will be really useful, platforms that will be useful for marking it. But the point is you just need to do loads of questions. Don't overthink where you're doing them, but do lots and lots of questions. For me, AI didn't exist or anything, so I got my teacher to mark that, to like print out some questions for me. But like I said, there were lots and lots of options. And I would just do at least an hour and a half, potentially even 2 hours of questions ahead of the exam tomorrow. Even I'd do this with essay-based subjects. Now, what I would try and do often is make sure I'm aware of the predictions. So my note on predictions and my overall like philosophy on predictions is that do not rely on predictions, but make sure you've got them covered. Okay, I think that's really important because there's so many students who always rely on predictions. They think it's definitely going to come up and it doesn't, and they're surprised. I've seen that before. You don't want to rely on them, but I would also make sure that I've done the predictions, right? I've looked through them, I have an answer prepared, and this did really help me because for politics A level, for example, for my US paper, which I think I scored in like the top 30 in the country for that one, I got really lucky because the night before I just did 2 questions, and those 2 questions literally came up in that exam the next morning. So going through questions and doing a couple questions can be really helpful. This was the same with loads of my GCSEs. Lots of those questions repeat. So doing lots of questions, also predicted questions and predicted papers, that would definitely be useful. I would also look to go through all of my flashcards as well. So in each of the days before an exam, I'd be going through the flashcards for all of it. And like I said, I'd try and go through all of the flashcards I had. You may or may not have flashcards. If you do, I'd recommend going through them. If you don't panic. There are still other options for you as well. Then, of course, it's important to have a think about content. Is there any content that you need to just quickly recap? Now, if you did the flashcards, you probably recapped a lot of it through that. If you didn't, then you need to have a think about that. Are there any weaknesses in that exam that you have tomorrow? What can you do just to make sure you're an extra step prepared? So I might have done a topic test in this certain science, for example, or I might have done like a Seneca on a science and try and learn the topic as well, or watched a couple YouTube videos on this practical or something like that. So the point is that you can still learn content and just make sure you've tried to get everything covered as well. The final thing I will say in terms of content is don't think that like you can't learn something. One of my favorite stories ever when I was teaching last year is that there was this guy that I tutored, and I basically had a feeling that in maths, rationalizing the denominator with surds was going to come up. And I basically said, can you meet me at lunchtime, at break time in the school that I was working for? And he did. And I taught him this topic. He didn't know it. I taught him this topic. And in that exam tomorrow, it was 5 marks. He got all 5 marks. And I think he got a 7 by 4 marks or something like that. So if he didn't learn that topic then, he wouldn't have got a 7. So the point is, see if there's some things you can learn. Don't just neglect the fact that you can still learn a thing or two ahead of the upcoming exam. This could be maths. Maybe you've always struggled a little bit with expanding triple brackets or something. And so you just give that a little 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's all it took him. I taught him that for about 10 minutes. He did a couple questions and then he went and got that right in the exam. So don't think that you can't learn anything the day before an exam, because you can. You can learn quotes, all of that sort of stuff. But at this point, the day's probably got on. It's probably quite late now, and you obviously want to stop revision before too late at all. I would never recommend revising until super, super early in the morning, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I'd never, ever do that unless you're like guaranteed to fail if you don't. Even then, honestly, like I just don't think, I think that's pretty counterintuitive, but I understand some people do it and that's okay. But my advice is you want to start winding down. So that's when I'd incorporate, and by the way, this would be about maybe 9, bit earlier than that perhaps. I would incorporate some wind down revision. So what I mean by that is I start to do lighter revision. Like this could just be reading some of my old past papers, or it could just be doing something like looking through mark scheme, reading examiners' reports, or just looking through like some flashcards. And I would also finally consider making a little sheet for tomorrow morning that I'm going to read before I go into the exam. Or I would like pick my worst flashcards, just 5 to 10 flashcards that I knew I wanted to look at before the exam. After that, I'd just, wind down, get ready for bed and put away a screen. Just make sure I do some like reading, something like that, like really try and relax. So hopefully that's quite a comprehensive guide of like the type of things I would be doing before an exam. What I want you to know though is that keep optimism the day before an exam. You want to kind of broadly cover everything. Just make sure it's all in your mind. You want to make sure you're practicing, even just doing some questions to keep you fresh. You ideally want to go through all of your flashcards as well. Thanks for watching that video, and I hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you found it helpful.